Yo, what a fucking thing. Yo, the East is so trash, and the West is just like stacked.
I know, guys.
Stacked.
Just
Fucking OKC, Houston Rockets. Fucking who else is right up there? What's John Morant's team? That team is second right now. The Grizzlies.
Grizzlies, yes.
Yeah, they're second in fucking. It's OKC, Grizzlies, Houston.
Who else is over there?
You still can't count out Joker.
Oh,
Denver.
yeah. Denver.
The Lakers are number 5, I think, right now in the playoff.
Yeah.
Picture.
I mean, they're going to ruin somebody's dreams, too.
Yeah. Imagine Luka makes a push and makes it to the Western Conference Final and they face Dallas.
Like,
bro, talk about must-watch TV.
Like, the team isn't really strong, but it's strong enough to,
like...
Well,
now there's the Spurs.
I know.
And not, like... I know I'm missing Western Conference teams.
But are the Spurs in the playoffs?
I don't know.
They were out of the playoffs.
But now they got De'Aaron Fox. And they're gonna make a little push. They're not so far out of the playoffs that they can't make a play-in series or something. Like, are they that far out of the fucking playoffs? I don't think so. I don't know. The Raptors confuse me. Let me say this while you're looking that up. The Raptors confuse me because I thought they were in like a rebuild year.
Right.
And unless I'm not gonna feel comfortable about this trade until I see that Brandon Ingram has signed an extension. Because I feel like they made this trade, gave away a first round pick, and until he signs an extension, if he's gonna leave, in my mind. You know?
But where's he gonna go?
I don't care. He has to sign that extension to make this trade full for me. Because otherwise they just traded away people and a first round pick for a guy who's going to leave, and then it doesn't make any sense to me. They could have saved a first round pick and just traded the guys. I get trading the guys. I don't think it's a bad haul for Brandon Ingram. I don't think what they gave up is bad.
But I think you're worried like he's wanted somewhere.
I'm worried that
any team wants
it doesn't matter about him being wanted. He's a free agent. You don't think anybody's going to sign Brandon Ingram if he just walks away as a free agent?
Yeah.
You don't think there's any place that's going to sign Brandon Ingram?
Well, they gotta want him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but
we got first dibs. I feel he'll stay here. Like, look at our team.
Okay,
where else
I
is
hope
he gonna go?
I don't like. There's a history of Americans that are pretty good not wanting to stay here.
Well, yeah,
unless they've been here for a while, like DeRozan wanted to stay.
But that's when we didn't have a championship sort of stature. Like, we've won a title, and our teams have generally been good for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
but people still look at Canada
in a
different way, guy. That's why.
But before, I can understand before, because before we had no market, we're just fresh.
Yeah.
People didn't realize that we're go-hards. Yeah. And it wasn't until Vince came here that the rest of the world realized that
Toronto's
you guys are nuts.
Yeah.
Like, we support our team when they suck.
Yeah.
We will go to the game when they're like, and whatever, and then boo them. And still pay for our tickets.
Like we just did last week. Go check out the previous video because Jay and Dave went to the game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And we talked a bit after the game and stuff too. It's pretty good. What was my point? I don't know. My point is in the rebuild that the Raptors are doing.
Yeah. I
don't quite understand where Brandon Ingram fits in. Because he hasn't signed yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I see tomorrow that Brandon Ingram signed the extension. He's due to get like that max contract, that like 125 max contract.
Yeah.
That's what he's due to get. So tomorrow they sign him. Okay, now I see where it makes sense.
Right.
Now you sit him for the rest of the fucking season, tank again, try and get a top 3 pick, and then roll from there. Now you got the young core plus a top 3 pick and Brandon Ingram next year.
Yeah.
That's good. But until he fucking signs, I know I keep poking you. Yeah. But until he signs, I don't know what this trade was all about. Yeah. I have to believe that they have some sort of assurance that he does want to be here and he will sign. You're more confident than I am. You're confident that he's going to sign.
Well,
I don't see a reason why he would sign right now.
I don't see your reason why he wouldn't.
Because just the history of nobody signing.
Yeah, but dude's been injured. It's not like, listen, when you've been playing and now, I would be worried if he was playing.
Yo, Atlanta wants him. We had to beat Atlanta to trade.
I'm not worried. He hasn't been playing, so for him to start pulling cards, like, I'm gonna go, like, go where?
He does.
You haven't played in the last.
He doesn't have to pull a card. His contract will just end.
So it ends.
And then people will line up to sign him. Maybe not a big line, but we had to. I think
we got first dibs, guys.
No,
so
but you know why we had to. Atlanta was pushing hard for him. Right. They wanted to make the trade, but I think the Raptors threw in the first round and won the trade, or maybe threw in that second round also and won the trade. So at minimum, if he doesn't come here next year, Atlanta would sign him.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'm guessing they're taking the.
There's gonna be.
They're playing the odds that he's gonna come back here. Like
that's the thing. See, I don't think you trade away 2 good trade pieces and a first round pick to play the odds. They have to have an assurance.
Yeah,
he had to have like told them, yo, okay, I'll sign. You know,
I think you're just worrying too much. If they must have signed him for a reason. Like, they didn't just give away the shit to be like, hey, here's a bag of chips and go see your next team. It's like, obviously, they're like, yo, we're signing you. So, we give away these players, you better sign.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the only way that I can see that happen.
That's what I feel.
Until he signs,
yeah,
I'm skeptical. Let him sign. Either later today or tomorrow or next week.
Until he signs, yeah.
But if he doesn't sign till the end of the season, then I'm worried.
Don't be worried.
I don't think he's going to
play in the game.
If we make it to the end of the season, then I'm in true doubt that he's even going to sign back. And then we gave away a couple good trade pieces that we could have traded for somebody else.
But maybe they're not done yet.
Well, that's the whole point that I was making before.
Maybe at 2:00 we're like, Brandon Ingram is
gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Him and Boucher have teamed up to go get, I don't know, somebody.
Anybody. You know, like even more picks. See, what I would do this is what I would do as this is what I would do as a rebuilding team. Like if I was Masai and what's his name? You're rebuilding this year. You've convinced the whole city that you're rebuilding this year. They're losing like crazy. The city isn't even mad. They're like, hey, you got a good young core. At least you signed the core. We understand you're losing this year and you're trying to tank. We're on board with the tank. Everybody's like, tank. The whole city, you know?
Yeah.
Then you trade away one of your first round picks and bring this Brandon Ingram guy in. Okay, that's great. Brandon Ingram is good if we're looking at next year. He's not signed for next year.
Right.
But you traded a first and second round pick away.
Right.
And then, not like, if I'm rebuilding, I'm trying to hoard picks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trading away a first round pick for a guy who might sign back. And who's not going to play this year, probably. Right?
Right.
And who might walk away next year, unless I'm assured that he's not going to walk away. Which, like, your point is, they probably have that assurance of some sort.
Yeah, they're not going to sign him and just get rid of him.
It doesn't, like, in the rebuilding, when you convince everybody you're rebuilding, then make a trade that's almost like you're making a push for the playoff trade.
Right.
You know, like, it doesn't equate to me. You know,
so
like,
maybe they're packaging.
All you should be looking for is money and picks when you're rebuilding.
So maybe they're just like, okay, we're going to give Ingram and Boucher to Dallas, and they're going to give us Ingram and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, we're going to... Yeah.
Dallas is like...
Put Ingram and Quickly together and get Kyrie.
Dallas is like, yo, you want Kyrie?
You want Kyrie?
We're giving away our future.
Yeah. They're like Oprah. You get a car. You get a car. You get a Lucic. You get a Kyrie. You get a Clay. You know?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, we're probably wrong. But and you know, like, you understand what I'm trying to say, right? In a rebuilding year, when you've convinced everybody you're rebuilding, and you have like the 4th or 5th worst record in the league, trading for Brandon Ingram, who's a kind of win now kind of guy, doesn't make sense to me. Especially when he's not signed for multiple years.
Yeah.
If they sign him, I'll walk this back just a little bit.
Yeah.
But they haven't signed him yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a sign and trade. It wasn't like they trade him and then he came in to a new 3-year extension.
Yeah, I just think you're worried.
I am worried. I'm a Toronto fan. How could I not be worried, bro? I am a Leaf fan. I'm a Raptor fan. I'm a Blue Jay fan. the fucking khakis. How can I not be worried?
Yeah, but to me, I'm like,
Convince
they're
me.
not going to go through this deal to lose him. So there must have been some reassurance that he's going to sign back, or else they wouldn't. Because when players don't want to come here, it's not like they sign and they say they don't want to play here. They say they want to play here from the start, and the team is like, "You don't have a say. Yeah. You're getting traded," and then they come here and they say, "We're not playing,"
and they don't play. Like PJ Tucker's gonna do, like Alonzo Mourning did back.
Alonzo Mourning, like someone else did that.
Jordan Dragic, the guy who got dunked on by Derrick Rose.
Yeah, and somebody else. No,
this is vibrating.
Somebody else too. You. No, it's just a comment. It's chills.
Oh, okay. We didn't even look up the fucking standings there, but
the standings. Let's look it up. So Dallas is in 8th.
Yeah, they're in a playoff position right now.
So it goes OKC, Minnesota, Houston, Denver, Lakers.
Minnesota's up there? No.
I mean Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is second. Yeah.
Minnesota's 7.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Minnesota made a bad trade. Talking about trades, like if we want to go back to last year.
Well.
They got rid of Cat. I guess they didn't want to pay him either.
Yeah.
And they got another almost fat guy. What's his name? Randall. And for Cat, to me that's looking now that was a really bad trade. Look at what he's doing with New York. Scroll up to the Eastern Conference.
New York's in 3rd.
Yeah, look.
Cleveland, Boston, New York, Indiana, Milwaukee, Miami, Detroit, Orlando. And then
there's some doo-doo teams.
Atlanta, Chicago is in.
Yo, the East sucks, guy.
Yes.
There's some doo-doo teams in the thing compared to the Western Conference.
I don't know, like Golden State's not making it, and they have 25 wins.
Yeah.
Man, and the last team, Chicago, has 22 wins.
And fucking